118, chapter 39. The student of the law and praise of God. On the other hand, he who devotes himself to the study of the law of the Most High will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients and will be concerned with prophecies. He will preserve the discourse of notable men and penetrate the subtleties of parables. He will seek out the hidden meanings of proverbs and be at home with the obscurities of parables. He will serve among great men and appear before rulers. He will travel through the lands of foreign nations, for he tests the good and evil among men. He will set his heart to rise early, to seek the Lord who made him, and will make supplication before the Most High. He will open his mouth in prayer and make supplication for his sins. So this sounds, to me like Daniel. This sounds like someone who's completely devoted to God. That the great Lord is willing, he will be filled with the spirit of understanding. He will put forth words of wisdom and give thanks to the Lord in prayer. He will direct his counsel and knowledge rightly and meditate on his secrets. He will reveal instruction in his teaching and will glory in the law of the Lord's covenant. Many will praise his understanding, and it will never be blotted out. His memory will not disappear, and his name will live throughout all generations. Nations will declare his wisdom, and the congregation will proclaim his praise. If he lives long, he will leave a name greater than 1,000, and if he goes to rest, it is enough for him. I have yet more to say, which I have thought upon, and I am filled like the moon at the full. Listen to me, O you holy sons, and bud like a rose growing by a stream of water. Send forth fragrance like frankincense, and put forth blossoms like a lily. Scatter the fragrance and sing a hymn of praise. Bless the Lord for all his works. Ascribe majesty to his name, and give thanks to him with praise, with songs on your lip and with lyres. And this you shall say in thanksgiving. All things are the works of the Lord, for they are very good. And so we're giving God the praise that he deserves, right? We owe him that praise and honor and thanksgiving. And whatever he commands will be done in his time. No one can say, what is this? Why is that? For in God's time all things will be sought after. At his word the water stood in a heap, and the reservoirs of water at the word of his mouth. At his command, whatever pleases him is done, and none can limit his saving power. The works of all flesh are before him, and nothing can be hid from his eyes. He sees you. From everything to everlasting he beholds them, and nothing is marvelous to him. No one can say, what is this? Why is that? For everything has been created for its use. His blessings cover the dry land like a river, and drenches it like a flood. The nations will incur his wrath, just as he turns fresh water into salt. To the holy his ways are straight, just as they are obstacles to the wicked. From the beginning good things were created for good people, just as evil things for sinners. Basic to all the needs of man's life are water and fire and iron and salt and wheat, flour and milk and honey, the blood of the grape and oil and clothing. All these things are good to the godly, just as they turn into evils for sinners. Isn't that interesting? So, we can use the same things for good or for evil, right? Mm-hmm. And that's, we're called, God gave us these good things and we use them, but we can become enslaved if we make them an idol and we worship. That's like a big problem in the U.S. and in our advanced nations is that we just seek. We seek because we want and we want more and we don't have enough and nothing's ever enough, right? We're never satisfied. We always need more. You can never fill that void because actually you can never fill the void which only God can fill. If you're seeking to fill that void in your life, which is only filled by being in the state of grace and being filled with God, really it breaks it down. Stay in the state of grace. And, you're going to be filled with God, right? You're going to be living the life of God's grace through you. And that's what we need. And then we'll be, you want happiness and contentment and peace? Well, that's it. Get out of mortal sin. Stay in the life of grace. Stay in the sacraments. Receive our Lord in the Eucharist. Receiving him body, blood, soul, and divinity. And as often as you do that, pray your rosary, pray your prayers, and live the life of grace. Be a good Catholic. There are winds that have been created for vengeance. And in their anger they scourge heavily. In the time of consummation they will pour out their strength and calm the anger of their maker. Fire and hail and famine and pestilence, all these have been created for vengeance. The teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and vipers, and the sword that punishes the ungodly with destruction. They will rejoice in his commands and be made ready on earth for their service. And when their times come, they will not transgress his word. Therefore, from the beginning I have been convinced, and I have thought this out and left it in writing. The works of the Lord are all good, and he will supply every need in its hour. Right? And so people say, well, I don't know if I'll have the faith that if I'm tested. And, so think about it. I don't know if I have a sword to my throat, whether I'm going to deny God or go on, right? At that moment, trust that God will give you the grace and the strength to stand up. He'll give it to you in that moment of need, right? I mean, right now you don't need it, do you? No. So in that moment of need, you'll get what you need. I trust in that, and I believe in that. Just like we read in the gospel. At that time when you need it, he's there. He's standing with us. He's never going to leave you. He said, I will be with you always until the end of time. It's not like he goes off and he's like, I'm going to go hang out over here until you really need me or something. No, he's with us always. He's dwelling with God, dwells within us. And when we need something, he's there in our moment of need. And no one can say, this is worse than that, for all things will prove good in their season. So now sing praise with all your heart and voice, and bless the name of the Lord. Chapter 40. Human wretchedness and the joys of life. Much labor was created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. From the day they come forth from their mother's womb till the day they return to it, the mother of all. Their perplexities and fear of heart, their anxious thought is the day of death. From the man who sits on a splendid throne to the one who is humbled in dust and ashes, from the man who wears purple and a crown to the one who is clothed in burlap. There is anger and envy and trouble and unrest and fear of death and fury and strife. And when one rests upon his bed, his sleep at night confuses his mind. He gets little or no rest, and afterward in his sleep as though he were on watch. He is troubled by the visions of his mind, like one who has escaped from the battlefront. At the moment of his rescue he wakes up and wonders that his fear came to nothing. With all flesh, both man and beast, and upon sinners 7 times more, are death and bloodshed, and strife and sword, calamities, famine, affliction, and plague. All these were created for the wicked, and on their account the flood came. All things that are from the earth turn back to the earth, and what is from the waters returns to the sea. All bribery and injustice will be blotted out, but good faith will stand forever. The wealth of the unjust will dry up like a torrent, and crash like a loud clap of thunder in a rain. A generous man will be made glad. Likewise, transgressors will utterly fail. We'll stop there, so we're at least on a new page.